life, real fans with Riri and Coco. You know, messy, not malicious. Our talk is just delicious with Riri and Coco. You know.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Real Talk, Real Plans with Riri, and my Coco has disappeared. Hold on, we're gonna do that again. What's up, guys? Welcome to Real Talk, Real Plans with Riri and
Coco.
Today we have super special guest Tiffany from Love and Light Charms. Hi, Tiff.
Hey, Tiff.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing? For those of you who are new here, we are a plannerish podcast, and we just be talking about what the community need to hear. You hear what I'm saying? We messy, not malicious, and we talk is so delicious. You heard the words. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, or share with someone else who you think might enjoy our vibe. We are building community, and that is our primary focus. So we are, doing what we do best. So now that we got that out the way, hey chat, what y'all got going on? I see y'all. All right, how was y'all week? Coco Pelly, how was your week?
Good. I don't have much. I don't remember much that happened this week, but it was good.
It was a good week.
I'm alive.
You're alive. That's what works. Tiff, how was your week?
I have had the best week ever because y'all know it's my birthday on Monday.
It's your birthday. Hey, it's your birthday, girl.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you guys. So yeah, my week has been wonderful. I took a couple of days to rest, relax, and reset. So I'm feeling good, and I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yay!
No, thanks for joining us.
Oh, I had a pretty good week. What did I do this week? My son had like a band concert. It was a concert of middle schoolers playing instruments really loud. So it was a good week.
Really loud.
Really loud. It was supposed to be like an outside concert, but they had to have it inside because of all the rain and stuff. So it was like really crowded, but really loud. They played like The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Just how you can tell where we live at.
But that's a good one.
Yeah. They played Journey.
Oh, that's God, I should have gone.
Yeah. It was nice. They did a good job. What else? Yesterday I went to like fat therapy, like fat support group, and then I went to the planner meetup, and then I went to go see my friend who got out the hospital. I did that twice this week. So it was a busy day. So I've been asleep all day today.
Somebody was resting because I was up and at 'em early.
What you do all day? You went to church out?
Well, I went to the stationery wall. It was raining. I had to go to grocery store because we need Sunday dinner, honey. Whipping up them quesadillas today. What y'all having for dinner?
Ooh, we actually went to Chili's. So my son had quesadillas. I had baked potato soup.
Oh, I love their baked potato soup, and they got a good burger.
I got like the three things. So I got the baked potato soup, the burger, and water. But it was good. It was tasty.
Coco, we went to Chili's yesterday after Toot's recital, and what did I have? The honey chipotle crispers. So anyway, they give you 4. Yeah, they gave us 4, so I had 2 of them today. For
what'd you eat?
The honey chipotle crispers, the chicken crispers.
Oh, I thought about that. Basically a chicken tender, right?
Yeah.
I thought about that.
Yeah, that's their version or their name for it. But yeah, so those and so I had the other 2 today. That's all I had today, and I think I'm kind of hungry now. But yeah, so I did. We had her recital, and then on Friday we had the 4-year-old graduation.
We got 8th grade graduation next week.
Oh, is the band gonna play? Because I think I may come.
Oh, Sonia said that they played the YMCA also.
Oh,
They was jamming. Okay,
it was
jamming.
a nice. Y'all had an '80s thing going on at the junior high.
I would like to remind you guys that forget a whole chapter, we're the whole book. Just a reminder.
You go, girl.
Always bookish. Always bookish merch, okay? What's in y'all cup? I'm sorry, I'm just off. I'm asleep. What's in your cup this week? Tiffany, I
was
see you
this
got
a reminder?
Yeah, it was my reminder. I was like, oh, okay.
Look, shout out to Corky Christie. She gave me this mug a couple years ago at SGS.
That is so cute.
So cute.
Thank you. Yeah, that was sweet of her. So I'm drinking on my coffee and I got my water. What y'all got?
Water.
You know, Cafe Bustelo.
Where my water at? Publix, buy one, get one free.
Oh, you got fancy water. I just got Frigidaire water.
Look. Now I drink some tap. Water. I drink some tap, but honey, the taste do matter on the water.
It does. It's not tap. It's like filtered. You lost your cup, girl. You better go find that thing. Sandy says she got good old high quality H2O. So does Candace. Sherry got some Pepsi Cola. Look at y'all staying hydrated.
That's the only thing that me and Cherry don't connect on is that Pepsi.
Coca-Cola, please.
Oh no! It's like
my mama's favorite drink, and sometimes I just gotta have one.
Coca-Cola, please.
I'm a Coca-Cola girl, but it's a difference between
the
Pepsi and the Coke.
It's a huge difference. Pepsi is a cola that wanted to be strong and never made it.
Never made it.
Look, and you gotta be checking the dates when you be outside when you be buying these drinks. Cause they be having them expired drinks on the shelf. That might be why your why your Pepsi wasn't popping like it needed to.
Man, I've been that way since high school, and that was many moons ago. The boyfriend that I had loved Pepsi, and so I was like, oh my God, I would have my mama stop at the little convenience store every morning, and I'd get him a Pepsi and a Butterfinger, and me too, right? So I would only drink it because he drank it, and it was the worst thing in the world. And I was like, we got to break up.
Okay.
You said you was committed to the relationship.
Okay. Let's see where to begin. Tip. Would you like to tell us all a little something about yourself? There you go. Sorry. Had to find my notes.
Well, hey guys, I'm Tiff from Love and Light Charms. I am a very upbeat and energetic. I know this ain't a job interview.
but you never know.
I was like, but it is though, right? Because I was thinking, we don't buy from shops. We buy from people.
Yeah.
And so definitely. I think during this series, I'm learning that the more we get to know the people behind the shops, the more, you feel like, okay, I don't mind giving you my money. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't mind supporting you or, what you have to offer. So it is a job interview for all of your new patrons. So keep going.
But I'm very upbeat and energetic. Originally from the North, Ohio. I moved to Georgia in 03-ish. So, I mean, this is home, okay? I used to be a Buckeye, but now I'm a Peach.
Yeah.
And
okay, I was wondering why you liked Pepsi, but okay, go ahead.
That makes sense, right? It makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah.
That's why Sonia like it, because she is from Ohio.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
But I am, like I said, I'm very upbeat, energetic. Y'all know I be coming in. I'm ready to hug. I'm smiling. I'm very bubbly. And I just love people. I came into the planner community in 2018. And then shout out to Shanice because she was always doing her planner community thing. And so we'll be on the phone. She'd be talking about the planner community, so on and so forth. Then she started giving me things. And I could not get into it because I planned everything on my phone. So anything that I had going on, I did it in my phone. And then who would have knew it would bring me so much joy making these little mood boards every week, honey, playing with the stickers, getting in trouble with my husband. Then we
like,
went
what
to
is you
Zoom.
buying? He is like, what are you buying now?
No, he was like, what is taking up all your time? You're up late at night. You're in the corner with the light on. You're Zooming with the girls. Who is these people?
And now look.
Yeah.
He's helping out at events and,
Now
bringing
he's
in
getting
all
to
the
know all
things.
the people.
Uh-huh.
He is getting to know the girls and some of the guys. Yes, he is. So it's been a pleasure being in the community, meeting so many new people, and it's just been really amazing because shortly after being in the community, COVID hit. And so we were just zooming, but now we outside and we can see, talk, touch each other, hug each other, and really form those bonds. So it's been really, really nice.
2018 seems to have been the sweet spot too, because a lot of people like started their shops and all those stuff, and just as everybody was getting on their feet, then COVID hit, which didn't stop the spending in the plan
It
and doing
increased the spending.
It did, because we were at home with nothing else to do and just zooming and sharing and buying.
Enabling.
Yes, Lord.
That's
The
why I
most
met you,
enabling communities.
I think I met you 2019.
Me?
And then we met in person in 2020. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At a was it 2020 or 2021? Yeah, it had to be 2020.
Maybe.
I don't remember, but whatever. Yeah. At a planning event.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So I know that
yeah, because we still had to wear masks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I remember.
Was kind of dumb now that I think about it, because we all ate. And so
I think everybody got comfortable. I think she did that though, so people could feel comfortable with coming.
Yeah,
and then everybody was just like, we're here. We're all sitting at this table. We're in the same space, whatever.
And we're about to eat. So it is what it is.
But y'all know people would come outside and they was not feeling good.
Yeah. No. I know. Yeah. But they just wanted to get out the house.
Yeah.
And they were warming.
Yeah. I'm going to knock on air and say I ain't never get COVID.
I think I had it, but I didn't know. But I actually quit my job, and that's when Love and Light started. But before we get into all of that, I was at home, and so my husband he worked all through COVID, and so our relationship had hit like a little rough patch because as soon as he would come in, I'd be like, strip in the garage, like,
take your clothes off.
Look, he used to come home hugging, kissing, and I was like, go take a shower.
Get them germs off you.
Did you brush your teeth first?
Yeah.
And so it was such a change for so many of us. It was a very, very hard time. It was a very hard time.
Okay, so you quit your job during COVID, and then you decided I'm going to do it. So how did so what did Love and Light Charm start as?
So Love and Light has always been I guess I'll call it my brand. Love and Light has always been my brand before I even came into the planner community. So y'all remember when we got the little phones or whatever, and you can text and put the little signatures on there. And so that was always my tagline as my signature, because I wanted when, friends and family read my messages that, they would feel like the love and the light, peace and prosperity. And so that's how Love and Light started. But as a shop, I think it was like 2019, and me and Shanice was at what was it, Joann's. And so I was like, I want to make some charms. And so I had bought these little charms, and I had a whole idea and a vibe for it. I said I was gonna paint the charms and put them on a clip and do all of this. So that's what I did. When I tell y'all, them charms turned out so dang ugly.
What's that ugly girl?
It was not the
Pick so it didn't
business.
happen. Pick so it didn't happen.
Look, okay. So I think I actually threw the original one away not too long ago. And so I said, oh, painting them was not the move. And so I wasn't on Amazon or, Alibaba's or none of the sites or whatever at that time. So I had to go back to the drawing board. So then I got some already pre-made charms, and then I started out that way. So Love and Light Charms actually started out at, doing planner clips and little bookmarks, and I just had all the time. So it was just so self-soothing and fulfilling. And then I would show them on my Instagram stories, and it was just the cutest thing on how it had got started. But it did get overwhelming trying to keep up with the orders via stories and DMs. And so I had went over to Etsy. And so going over to Etsy was like starting all over, because you don't have no brand on Etsy now. You don't have not one to sell. And so it was freaking rough. But I kept at it, and stickers was always something that I wanted to do. I had my machine for the longest before I actually knew how to use it. And I actually bought two. I bought the Cricut and I bought the Silhouette.
Okay, pause. Which one do you like the best? Because I'm about to buy me a machine. I'm about to beg Song, and I need all y'all to rally with Sonia and come on, y'all, tell her. I need a machine. So which one is best?
So for me, by the time I opened up my Silhouette and my my Silhouette, after using my Cricut for so long, it didn't work. So I called up Shanice. I said, girl, you got to come over and show me how to use this. Ain't nothing I'm doing working. So she come all the way over here, honey. And she just said, we're going to have to ask Jenny, because I don't know what's wrong with it. Long story short, it's in the attic somewhere, honey. And I think for shop owners or, crafters, creators, we just tend to go with what we know. So it's like, I want to try a different machine, but I don't know that machine. And when you talk to other shop owners or crafters and creators, everybody says something different. Some people love Cricut for certain reasons. Some people love Silhouette for certain reasons. And so I think at the end of the day, it's just try one and see how you like it within the return frame.
Okay, I was about to say, girl, we poor. We can't just. Well, I am poor. I cannot just be trying some. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Well, I love my Cricut, and I swear by it.
Okay.
And there even is a sticker making button now. Makes it very easy for you.
Well, you have to be careful, because I tried it out and they gave me die cuts. And I said, baby, I was making a sticker sheet.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not for the sheet. Yeah,
I might need to get with Coco so she can tell me what to say, and I need to put it on when you pre-make the stickers, because it didn't work out good for me. But they do have that function.
Yeah, no, I do. I love my Cricut. I had a Silhouette, and I promptly sold it. Met this lady in Marietta Square and gave it to her.
So you started off with charms, and now you are primarily stickers. Tell us more about what you sell now.
So now I'm primarily stickers. I do my bow bands and my bow clips. And what it is you have so many ideas, and then sometimes it's hard to go back to, go back down the list. It's like I didn't created 20 lists of different sticker designs and sheets that I want to do, but I also have another list of 20 of different bow clips and bands and all these other things that I want to make. So for me, it's just getting around to it and learning to not put so much pressure on myself, because I will get so burned out trying to do everything. And you know how some people say, I just stay in my lane. Ain't nothing wrong with that, baby. Because when you have a brain like mine that's always overthinking something, that's why you have a million ideas and you only one person. So who gonna execute all these ideas?
Right. You have to like focus on one thing. Like you can do one thing, master it first, and then move on to the next thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can try different things, but you have to do it in increments. And what do I want to focus on now? Okay, like
Yeah,
you
that's
said,
what I mean.
master
Like
that.
master one thing, dibble in another thing. Master one thing, dibble in another thing. Yeah, I think that's a really good way to do it. So what is your favorite thing to make?
Well, right now my favorite thing is making stickers, because maybe a little less than a year ago I started focusing on the shop full time. And so that's given me
Congratulations.
you. It's given me a lot of time to grow with the shop, because I worked full time forever, just about as long as anybody probably on this live. And so, it's hard you can't have two full time. I mean, some people do, but it's a hard thing to do, try and have two full time jobs. So
Yeah.
for me, the shop was like, when I get around to it, I get around to it. It wasn't a priority, but when you have an entrepreneurial mindset like I do, it's like I don't want to work for somebody else for the rest of my life. Especially when people start, or not people, but companies, they feel like they own you. Like, I've worked for the longest time in management, and so you never get a break. There are always people needing something. If something's not working out, they want you to come into work. Like, they just want you to sell your soul to them. And at my age, honey,
Wait,
I just can't do it. But
let me just take an aside right quick. Since you talking about work, baby, this week at work, I almost reverted back to the old me. And I just want to tell y'all, I thank y'all for y'all prayers. I don't know who praying for me. Maybe it's my mama prayers. Maybe it's my daddy prayers. But whoever was praying for me, baby, they saved Miss Gail. Let me tell you. They saved her. Because, baby, she was about to get it this week. She was about to get it. But you know what I did? I remember what my mama said. And my mama said, made me, oh God, it's so embarrassing, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. My mama made me pray every day before I got out of the car at high school. Dear God, help me keep my big mouth shut. Every day.
That's because of your report card.
My every report card, I found them. My mama kept them. She had a planner. I found the planner because, we packed up her stuff like after she passed away, right? She was like 21, 22 years ago. I found all my report cards. Every report card I had said I talk too damn much. She finishes her work and she talks too much. My mama said, give us some more work. So they gave me some more work. I finished that, and what I did, talk to the people beside me. Talk too much. They moved me by the teacher. What I did to the teacher, I'm going to talk to the teacher. Because, baby, you're going to talk to me. You're going to talk to me. So when I got out of high school, she was like, you got to get that mouth in check, because I was cussing and fussing and all of that stuff. So every day, dear God, help me to keep my big mouth shut. When I tell you, my boss I went to the bathroom, had a conversation with my friend. I was venting about some things. Do you know this heifer was on the side of the wall listening to my conversation? Listening. And then gonna have the audacity to be like, we need to have a conversation about that. About my personal conversation that you stood there and listened to? Ma'am.
Yeah, you literally made a choice that day, lady.
Ma'am. But what did I do? What did I do? This calm, sweet Riri that you guys know. Dear God, help me to keep my big mouth shut. So the next day when we got ready to have the meeting, I kept my big mouth shut. And you guys would be proud of me. But you know what I did do? I took my planner home, took my cute pens home, and migrated everything out. Because any day she gets slick with me again, it might be the day that I don't return. And I don't want to have nothing to pack up. I just want to go. Put it in my pocketbook and take my purse and go. I just had to tell you that when you said that about work and them trying to steal your joy, because baby, I was not ready. Anyway.
Well, I agree with you about taking everything home, because being in HR, the worst thing is after you terminate somebody is standing over them for them to pack their stuff up. If you come in my office, you don't know who lives in that office, man, woman, child, dog, or cat, because ain't nothing in there personal, because I know how the game goes.
Right.
So I'm not personalizing the office. I don't care what's in there. You don't see my kids, grandkids, man, nothing.
That's when they get too nosy. That's when
when it's time to go, it's just me picking up my purse and I'm out.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like pictures or anything.
No, I know.
But I hated the fact that all the now this is so petty, y'all, but it was like all the pens were like pens from banks, pens from a restaurant. Like I just didn't like that mismatch like stuff. So I just brought some big pens that were like black and blue. And then I had some pencils that were all like mechanical, and then some pens for me, right? None of my Villa Beautiful pens, none of the cute things, but just something that looked more neat. And baby, I packed all that shit up because fuck you. Sorry, excuse my language, y'all. Excuse my language. But yeah, okay. Sorry, Tiffany. I just had to get it off my chest because I forgot to tell Coco about it.
Look, it is okay, because I know exactly how you feel.
Okay, so you were saying that you quit your job, and so now you're focusing more on the shop. And
yes, so that's been less than a year, about 9 months ago. But I was saying that I've been able to learn so much. I've been able to grow so much. And so that's why you guys may see like my style changing, because before things was like there's nothing wrong with simple. I ain't gonna say basic. It was simple. You know, maybe 2 dogs to a sheet, this, that, and the third. But that wasn't really my objective. I had a whole vision of what I wanted to do with the shop, but not having the opportunity to do it because I mean, honey, you don't want to do too much of nothing after you done work 50, 60 hours a week. And then you got to come home and you got to cook dinner. You got to worry about laundry. I mean, you ain't even got time for TV, honey.
And let me tell you, I be seeing your stories and stuff. You be putting that ish on. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of laundry.
Honey.
That's a lot of laundry. I'm doing laundry right now and I hate it. Okay, so you're focusing on your creativity. How did you start with having the planner meetups? Because I know that's something that you really enjoy doing. So you have the planner meetups and then you have the anniversary event. But first we want to talk about the planner meetups where you build community and allow others to come and find the community. So tell me more about that.
So we used to always go to, well, not always, but there would be other people who would have planner meetups. And so we would go to Brooks meetups, and they were, well, it was at one spot and then COVID hit and then it came back, it was at another spot. And so I just always felt like that planner meetups, when you have people driving from all over, it would be nice to kind of alternate locations, because if you have, like your loyal booths who want to come out and support, sometimes they might not feel like driving this week. So I just try to make it fair. So I think that's how the planner meetups had, started. But it wasn't nothing shady or nothing like that. I was like, hey, Brooke, you think you ever want to do some meetups, X, Y, and Z? And, it just nothing ever came of it. And so I had one, and it turned out, like you guys, it was a lot of us that was over here on the south side. And
Yeah.
so that's how it started. So we used to go to the Red Lobster, and everybody loved the Red Lobster. That was our jam, honey. And they used to let us come in there and just do what we wanted to do, baby. But the power was so out on you, child, and you can't leave because you got to pay.
That was one of my questions. Like, when I saw the next one is at like Grindhouse Killer Burgers, and I want to say that I've been there and that I want to go, but I was wondering, like, how does it work in a place that's not like a Panera or IKEA or something? I've never been to IKEA either, but I've never been to IKEA.
Well, in your life?
Never.
Okay.
I've been about 4 times since I lived here.
I used to go 4 times a month.
But I mean, I know that they have like a breakfast spot, right? Well, that's what I've heard.
It's a little cafe. It's not.
Yeah. So I heard it was like a cafe, but of course, if everybody's like walking around the store shopping, they don't care about how long you're sitting there. So that's what I was curious about. Like with the restaurants, like, do they care? Are they like, hey?
Well, I think it depends on the establishment and what's really, be going on. So obviously, if you go to an establishment who get like a lot of reservations, if it's that type of spot, or if they're always super busy, then, timing would be everything. And then that might not be a spot that you might want to choose. So typically, I try to think about that when I think about the next place that we're gonna go. And then sometimes the girls like Jenny Cakes, she was like, we should do it at IKEA. And she had been saying it for a while. And so I was like, okay, we'll do it at IKEA. And I think like a central area is always good to do the meetup. So if you got booze coming from y'all end, booze coming from our end, or you may have some that's already in the city, so it just makes it a little more convenient for your turnout.
Yeah, I like that. We have an audience question from Song. She said, have you ever regretted leaving your job?
No.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry. No,
because I'm gonna tell y'all, leaving, the type of worker that I am is I would work, and then I wasn't barely taking my vacation time. I wasn't using like enough of my benefits. Like you get sick time, I get vacation time, paid holidays or whatever. And then sometimes they'd be like, oh, well, if you don't use it, you lose it and things like that. So I had to get smarter. And I was like, oh, let me start using my time. But then when you're in management, honey, if you don't got enough staff, then they be like, honey, you can't go.
Right.
But I think that, definitely for each individual is going to be different. I have, a support system. I have my husband. So, he's the backbone. So I'm okay. But, I don't ever think that there's nothing wrong with anybody stepping out on faith if the situation is not good for you. Because before I quit that job, honey, I was quitting that job for like 5 years. And then I had started getting pushed to my limit. Like, I'm going to snap on somebody. I might,
take my pocketbook and let's go. Channeling Judge Danny with my pocketbook. Okay.
So you never want to stay in a situation that's trying your patience to that extent. But I will say, have a contingency plan. But no, I feel like any
Savings and
job
all
that
that
I've
stuff.
left was for extremely good reason. But I haven't had a lot of jobs in my lifetime.
Okay. Okay, so we know that you have a superb event. Oh, Becca says I am obsessed with the bows. I really love them too. I was thinking about getting one to another one to like decorate my planner. I have a couple. But you know how your colors change or your planners and your planner covers, so I probably need another one. So we all know that the anniversary is coming up again. We celebrate every August. So tell us more about it for the people who haven't got a ticket yet, because I know you ain't got many left.
So we do have some tickets left. I mean, the event is happening. So, and it's going to be just as epic as it always is. I think each year with events, they get better and better and better because the more experience you acquire over hosting the events is, what you take into that next year. And so for me, I always have a million ideas. Sometimes I can't stop thinking about the event and the things that I want to do. And it can really become a little unhealthy because, you start obsessing about it because you want to bring something different. You try to do things that's never been done before. And sometimes that's hard because we as planner girls, we be having the same ideas a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
so
because it's not too. I mean, not saying not too much new under the sun. Deb asked, "How do you come up with the themes for your event?"
It's like releases. Sometimes, well, not sometimes, but a lot of times things just pop into my head when I'm not thinking about it. If you ask me to come up with a theme for next year, I will be all day, but I might be driving on the freeway from somewhere, or I might be going to the grocery store and a thought just pops into my head.
Okay.
And so I try to, when those moments happen, I try to be like, oh, let me write it down. As soon as I pull over, let me text it to myself because as quick as it comes,
As quick as it'll go.
Yes. You have to tell us.
Listen. Okay, so tell us about this year's event.
Yeah, so this year's event is themed the Planners Ball. And so I came up with this theme because I thought it would be cute to bring your planner as your date. So we're gonna have I don't wanna tell all the secrets or whatever.
Yeah. Not too many, not too much. But we want to entice people to sell out them last few tickets.
So some things I'll start to drop as it gets closer to the date, like I'm dropping sponsors. We have some really good sponsors. We have some really great table sponsors. The event is kind of like sneaker ball themed. Now, I don't want nobody thinking that, you gotta be walking in like Cinderella or anything like that. Whatever a sneaker ball, like your dress up is for you, then it's about everybody being comfortable. So you're gonna have your planner as your day. You're gonna take pictures with your planner, and so you want to make sure. And we all got our planners that it's just playing to the gods, honey. just just decked out. I mean, I have like about 4 of them where I got all my dashboards, my inserts, my bookmarks. I've just curated it to be my own. Like I've cut up things and, the placement on everything. So, just really making it your own. And so that's what I really want to showcase because that's how all of this started for our love of planning. And so sometimes, a lot of the times when we go to the events, we hardly have any time with our planner. So this year is going to be about celebrating your planner.
We have two people asking the same question, so I'm going to put both of them up. I'm going to put them up one at a time. But the first one is planning with Weta. She said, what would you suggest doing for someone who wants to do their first planner event? How long, food, prizes? And then Candace said the same thing. I want to plan my first planner meetup in my area. What would you, she said, suggest to make the event successful? Same question both times. So thank you guys.
So I always tell everyone the same thing because I do get this question a lot. It would just start with your location because you can't sell tickets if you don't have a location. And sometimes location can be tricky. This is the 4th year, so each time I've done my event at a different location because the event has grown. And thank you guys so much for all of your support. For those who have attended all the years, who've attended once, twice, or what have you, I truly appreciate you. I'm a type of person that I like to work the room, and so I tend to like the smaller events. But starting with your location and then letting everything else work itself out. Because the way that you go into it, like you can have a perfect plan, but things do not go the way that you plan it out.
Ever. What do they call it? Murphy's Law? If it
Right.
can go wrong, it will go wrong.
It will.
So did that help or do I need to elaborate anymore?
I think that works because it's kind of how, it's like, I guess it's like with a lot of things, if people just think about how they plan stuff for themselves, even if how you plan your birthday party or how you plan whatever, it just depends on who's coming, what your theme is and stuff like that. So it kind of works out the same. You so you have something in your shop that's planner ball themed?
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay. No, I asked that because you said some of your themes are derived from things that you have in the shop. That's why I asked.
No, what do you mean?
When earlier you said that when somebody asked about how you think of your themes, and you said sometimes it's from things that you have already in your shop, you'll plan an event around that. Unless I probably misunderstood it too.
No. So I was saying how I come up with my themes is sometimes I could be driving or, rolling on the freeway, going to the grocery store, just various places. I never came up with anything based off of the shop.
Okay.
But
yeah, I misunderstood.
I think it's more of a vibe that you're feeling. So like each year is different. So not last year. Last year was Donuts for Planners, which was really cute. And I came up with that idea because I thought it would be really fun and it was like colorful. And I know you guys like all the color and, it would just create a lot of excitement. And then the year before that, it was more self-care. So I think it's just like you'll get a
whatever's
mood. Like when
important
you
to
know,
you right there. Yeah.
it's like when you kind of know.
Yeah.
Okay. I really love that. So, since we feeling like VIP, since we get to talk to you, do you have any sneak peeks you want to show us? Shop?
I do have some new releases that's going to be releasing next week, or I guess this week. I do have them printed and cut. So
you got to come a little closer. Ooh, hold on. Let me make you big.
So these are, I like to call these pieces color blocks, but they're deco sheets and they come in all different shades and colors. And this is something that I have been working on. I'm just getting around to getting it printed and cut. But I hope you guys like it. I think that they're gonna be cute. when you're doing your layering and doing all the things with your spreads. And now a lot of people are transitioning to the journaling. And I think these pieces would be, or these sheets would be great for journaling. So that's a few. And I got some other ones that I'm still printing and cutting.
I really love that last sheet that you showed, like with the faded kind of hearts. I think that would be really good for like a pride. Yeah, like I think that'll be really cute for like a pride spread. Do you do holiday themed stickers in the shop?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Because I'm having a lot more time to grow, I have a lot of projects underway.
Yeah.
But if I miss the mark, I just let it ride. Sometimes I don't try to just force it out because, it's like I have some things for Memorial's Day, but it's like Memorial's Day is right, it's next week. So
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not really going to worry about it because I have so many other things that's more prepared. But yeah, I think, God is willing, next year they'll be in the shop. Probably put
Right. I mean, and think about it. Memorial Day art is very similar to 4th of July art. So
Yeah. Labor Day.
Labor Day,
the whole
you know what I'm
summer.
saying?
Yes.
Veterans Day. Like you have a whole lot of stuff to, that can go with some of the same like types of artwork or types of themes. Okay, so at the end, we always like try to come up with like a question where the audience can kind of participate. So we are thinking love and light, right? When I think of love and light, I think peace. I think, just sending good vibes. So if you had a planner bag full of good vibes, basically, what would you put in your planner bag? Y'all can answer the question too in the audience. Let me know what you think. But if you had to have a planner bag full of good vibes for you and the community you want, what would you put in your planner bag? Does that make sense?
How long do y'all got, honey? the list can go on and on, but the first thing I would put in my planner bag is self-care, because you have to love on yourself and, be confident and be one with yourself to be able to be of value to anyone else. So self-care, definitely. I love me a good massage. I'm getting more into facials. I really want a facial right now.
You just had one for your birthday. Stop it.
Yeah, we had the foot massage and we had a body massage. But yeah, I definitely want a facial. I love a good staycation. I think being able to, home away from home is like, I'm just going 30 minutes, but I really feel like I have went somewhere, honey.
Right.
Love, I think being kind, just so many things. It's no right or wrong thing.
Right. So self-care, love, and kindness. Coco Pelly, what would you put in your bag? Audience, what y'all gonna put in y'all bag? Y'all bag gonna be empty?
My bag would probably be empty if I had to put
I put a fuck 'em in my bag.
Fuck 'em is definitely going in my bag because that is part of self-care.
It is.
Definitely part of self-care. I don't know. That's a good one, though. That's a good question.
Beyonce love you. Beyonce said, I have never spoken to Tiffany. I love everything about her. I said, hair flip.
Now, where did you
forgot his hair flip
from?
Huh?
Where did you get that voice from?
Beyonce. That's his
I know who it's for.
He forgot the hair flip. He got to add it. Kira said that she would put confidence and time for creativity in her bag. Ooh, I like that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes. Danielle said some common sense for some folks, grace and community. And then Beyonce sent me a hair clip. Okay. Okay, Coco, I forgot. I'm sorry. I got distracted.
No, go ahead.
What else would be what else would be in your bag other than a fuck 'em?
I don't know. I'm trying to be a better person. So probably a little empathy.
Empathy. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Because I'm good at being dismissive of things.
Very.
Oh my gosh.
And quick.
I know. I'm working on it.
Katie, who made me poor this week, said rest. Katie said rest without pressure. And I think that is a really good one. I think that a lot of times we as women in the community, we feel guilty for resting. We feel pressured to do things when we're already tired, and rest without pressure is a good one. Rest is key. Sandy said she would put some peace in her bag. I like that because peace is a necessity.
Peace is precious, baby.
It's a necessity. Peace is not only precious, it's also priceless. You know what I'm saying? Especially peace within. Deb said passion, resilience, creativity, and understanding. Ooh.
Oh my God, everybody's thinking tonight. Next time I'm gonna wake up.
Yes. Sherry said peace, love, and happiness. Love and happiness.
They're
gonna make you do it wrong. Okay. Candace said patience, love, and peace. That was a good one.
And they need all that here in Atlanta, baby, because the way that man tried to blow at me when I tried to get over to the empty lane, honey, I said, you need to slow down.
Because where's you going? Someone said a big smile and a hug. I'll come give you a hug. I know. I don't know what I would put. I would put laughter in my bag because I feel like all of you guys have got to come get the laugh that you deserve, and I would be able to take it out my bag and give it to you. I would also give a smile because smiles are contagious, and probably a nap because, baby, I love me a good nap.
Me too.
I love me a good nap.
I know somebody else who love a good nap, so.
Yeah, I love a good nap. So a smile, some laughter, and a nap. I think that's good. I mean,
so I want to comment on your laughter because I strongly believe laughter is the key to longevity, honey. You got to be happy to live long because I said these y'all trying to kill me down, and no, I can't let you do it, baby. I can't.
And I also think I would probably put something like compassion, like to feel something for other people, but boundaries. So compassion and boundaries. So there you go. That's my 5. There you go. There go my 5.
Oh,
laughter, laughter, love, like laughter, a nap, some love, compassion, and boundaries. Because stay your ass over there. Stay your ass over there. And I want to be able to have compassion, but not be doing too much. There you go. Miss Lisa said some empathy.
Oh, that's my sister. We have the same thing.
Same brain. Okay. And Beyonce said, I'm going to put a Sancho in my bag for my peace, relaxation, and self-care. Wink, wink. Sexy Sancho.
My sister's dismissive too.
Right. I believe it. Okay. So Tiffany, do you have anything special for us if any of our listeners would like to come and support your shop?
Yeah, so for the listeners, thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys. You guys will receive 20% off if you guys use RTRP20.
What is it?
Ooh.
Real talk, real plain 20.
Oh,
RTRP 20.
20.
All right. So
I'm going to get those bows.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm a bow girl.
So where can they find you? Where can they look you up and know where to find you?
So you guys can look me up on Google. I'll pop up on Google. Pretty much anywhere you type 11 Light Charms. With the S, I should pop up. On Instagram is gonna be with a Z, because y'all know how somebody clock something and you know they just ain't even doing nothing with it. So anyway, I had to use that Z. But on Instagram, it's Love and Light Charms with a Z. Everywhere else is Love and Light Charms, just as it's spelled, as it sounds. And yes, I am on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And honey, I'm working on them other social sites because at my age, y'all, I just can't keep up with all that stuff. I mean, I try. And I mean, I love y'all for the support on social media, because I know I'm not always that good with that stuff, because I might not seem like it, but I'm old, y'all. I am old as hell.
How old are you?
But 45 is the new 35.
Exactly.
Girl, bye.
Taboo. Okay.
But yeah.
Well, we appreciate you. Y'all make sure you go check out at Love and Light Charms with a Z on Instagram, or Love and Light Charms on Etsy with an S. And be sure to use code RTRP20 to save 20% on your order. I'm trying to figure out, listen, what about other shop owners who've been here? Because I need to inbox y'all today, because I want to know if our community is really supporting. And I want to know, because people will tell me like, I used the code. I wanted to know, but I want to know if it's helping the shops, because that is my goal, right? To build community. Yeah. And that's what I've really been focusing on. We've really been focusing on this year. So shop owners, I'm going to be reaching out to y'all real soon. Okay. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Look for her on Instagram and on Etsy. Be sure to use code RTRP20. How long will this code be active?
Till the end of the month.
To the end. Oh, she said to the end of the month, y'all. So you can save up for the next payday in case someone else made you poor this week. So
you got one more payday to get it in.
One more payday to get it in, exactly. Okay, and make sure that you follow us at Crafty Coco 73 on YouTube and Coco Plans 2 on Instagram. You can follow me at Real Talk with Riri on Instagram. And here, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend who may or may not know about this shop owner or about her event. Now, let me tell y'all one more thing about our event. We getting some swag in, and I'm really excited about that. So thank you guys so much.
Coming in the other day.
Yeah, I got some too Saturday. So y'all, thank you so much for like rallying behind us and supporting us very much. And as per usual, we want you to keep it messy and never malicious. Messy and never malicious. And we will see you guys Thursday at 7:45 for the midweek check-in, right? Right? Y'all gonna pull out y'all planner. Last week, Frank joined us and he shouted out Love and Light Charms the whole time. And I was trying to tell him, like, don't tell too much about the event. Thanks too much about the event. So now you heard it from Tiffany's mouth, the event. So we will see you next week. Keep it messy and never malicious. Bye.
Real talk, real plans. Real life, real fans with Riri and Coco, you know. Messy, not malicious. Our talk is just delicious. With Riri and Coco, you know.
See you next week.